Monday, April 7th, 2025, special Public Works and Infrastructure Committee meeting at 5:20. Can I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Fleury.
Present.
Alderman Martinez.
Present.
Alderman Bowden.
Present.
Alderman Newsom.
Present.
Alderman Donaworth.
Present.
You have a quorum, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I need a first and a second motion to approve the minutes of the March 17th, 2025 Public Works and Infrastructure Committee meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, anybody have any questions?
No, we already.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donaworth.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Next item C, audience time. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the committee? Going once, going twice? Okay. There is no old business. We'll move on to new business. Item A is a resolution approving roadway improvements on Thaxter Avenue by Morris Contracting Solutions, Inc., per Section 2-458, subsection I-7, a good faith waiver for a not-to-exceed amount of $125,000. Can I get a first and a second?
I so move.
Second.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Staff recommends that we approve this to authorize the mayor to make these roadway improvements on Thaxter. Funding is to be charged to line item 312-131-227-637. A large portion of Thaxter Avenue has been vacated to a private party. That party is going to be doing roadway improvements, and the city still has to maintain a small portion of Thaxter Avenue. So the city will need to supply roadway improvements while the private party is responsible for their portion. Does anyone have any questions to this motion? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Fleury.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bowden.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Donaworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item B is a resolution approving the purchase of office furniture per Section 2-458, subsection I-3, joint purchasing with Warehouse Direct through Omnia Partners for an amount not to exceed $61,968.26. Can I get a first and a second on this?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. The purchase will be for the Public Works Department for furniture for the cafeteria/training room. Public Works did check pricing with other vendors, and based on functionality, warranty, setup, and pricing, Warehouse Direct was the most favorable option. The purchase will be from Warehouse Direct through a joint purchasing contract with Omnia Partners for a not-to-exceed amount of $61,968.26. Funding will be charged to line item 307-1307-26367. I've got pictures here of the current stuff if anybody wants to see it. It was all stuff left over from City Hall 20-some years ago when they moved over. It's not meant for cafeteria use. The new stuff is going to be very versatile for not just the lunchroom, but for training and other things. So that's kind of the old and the new. Here's the old. I mean, I think it's a good investment in our people and our property to maintain decent furniture, and for biomechanical reasons, we all know we needed new chairs here and how much of a difference they have made. So I hope everyone will support this. Does anybody have any questions?
I don't have a question, just a comment. I validate that concern because I think it's been like over 10 years since it's been updated, or longer?
You can
Longer.
go longer. You can go longer.
1960?
Well, not that long, but it was left over from City Hall when they moved here. So when was that, 2004? To 2003, Ron says.
Thank
So
you.
21 years, approximately. And it was used when they got it. Any other questions?
I don't have a question. Mine is more like a comment. I just want to say that, I mean, 61,000 is that's such a low investment, but I totally agree. It's something that needed to be done a long time ago. You have to keep your employees happy and make sure that if we want to keep them healthy, then we have to lead through example. Having this furniture that's been sitting there that long, I'm surprised it went on this long. So 61,000 is nothing. I would have given them more if they wanted it. But that's just me.
Hold
so.
on, hold on.
But the bottom line is I do agree with it 100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Martinez. That is the object, to keep the workers happy, keep the moral up.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Martinez,
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom,
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Excellent, thank you, everyone. Item C is an ordinance amending Chapter 18 pertaining to addressing. Can I get a first and a second?
So move.
Second.
Approval is requested to amend the ordinance under Chapter 18 regarding addressing. Some language changes are being made, as well as an increase in fine for noncompliance. This had not been updated since the 70s, was it, Chris? A long,
78.
1978. So it just increases the fine, so people have to display their address. It's for safety reasons, you know, people looking for your address, so on. So any questions to this motion? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
I definitely.
So can I get a first and a second?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. The Water Department received City Council approval on March 3rd of this year to participate in the Northern Illinois Municipal Electric Collaborative, NIMEC, and to authorize the mayor to enter into an agreement for up to 36 months with the most optimal electricity provider. NIMEC solicited bids for the provision of electricity service to certain city-owned properties. Dynegy submitted the most optimal bid. Council approval is requested to ratify the contract to Dynegy for a period of up to 3 years. Does anybody have any questions to this motion? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom,
Aye.
Alderman Donnerworth.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Item E is a resolution authorizing the City of Waukegan to enter into an easement agreement and a release of recapture agreement for public utilities along River Road. Can I get a first and a second?
First.
Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. This is a long explanation, but I'll,
Chair, would you like me to give a shorter explanation of it?
sure.
Okay. So the city has been working very hard to expand its water system and also specifically create looped water mains for areas where there are dead-end water mains. And in general, to have a water system that maintains efficient pressure and also is sanitary, you don't want any dead-end water mains because that's where water pools, that's where water literally kind of gets stuck. And so every major leg of our water system should connect to a loop so it is constantly circulating throughout and maintains the constant pressure. Probably one of the farthest extents of the city's water system is out on River Road in the 9th Ward. The city currently has certain utilities out there. It has a water main. It also has a forced sanitary main. And then North Shore Gas is also putting in a gas line out there. River Road, that portion of River Road, along with many other rural roads in Illinois, are a little bit different than other city roads in that they're not actually fully dedicated. The land under the road is technically owned by the adjacent landowners. Their property lines go straight up to the middle of the road, and that road exists as a prescriptive easement. It reflects the fact that that was an agricultural area until the relatively recent past. And so instead of having dedicated public right-of-way, when we're looking to put in new utilities, expand utilities, we need to obtain easements. And so we've been working with the landowners who have property adjacent to River Road out there to secure easements to make sure that we can continue to put in utilities that serve the growth and health of this community, and continue to let the city thrive. Oh, and the
Excellent.
release of recapture was just, there was formally an agreement by a developer back in the early 2000s to build some public utilities. That developer went belly up. The city ended up putting in the utilities itself, and so we're not requiring the neighboring owners to pay back, because they were supposed to pay back the developer. They don't have to pay back the city in that. The utility's already in.
Excellent explanation. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Martinez.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Donovan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. That ends the items under new business. Under reports and communications, I'd just like to let everyone know, we talked about recycling at the last meeting. I was just informed that LRS has begun pulling recycling cans from people who continue to break the rules. So if you get a call from a resident saying their recycling can was stolen, taken, whatever, that is the reason why. So we have tried to warn people about this, and now the consequences are coming. So just be aware that is happening. Does anybody else have anything else for the committee? Okay. Can I get a first and a second for adjournment?
First.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We adjourn at 5:32.
Community.